Hello everyone, welcome to Monsoon Awareness Week. We have this week preceding monsoon season every year, which is June 15th to September 30th. Sometime within that period of time, you should expect the monsoon in the southwestern United States. My name's John Fawcett. I'm with the National Weather Service serving southern New Mexico and far west Texas, and we join with the National Weather Service offices in Albuquerque and Midland to educate you on monsoon awareness for New Mexico, far west Texas, and southwest Texas. The topics we begin today with an introduction and a very basic discussion of monsoon science, followed by flash flood safety tomorrow, then lightning safety, followed by downburst winds, and then thunderstorm-related dust storms. We often refer to those as haboobs. And then we end with heat stress on June 13th. The monsoon is most well known in southern Asia. However, according to the Glossary of Meteorology, when you get a shift in the seasonal winds, it starts to bring in moisture in many parts of the world, and originally the Arabian Sea, but we have our own version here. We call it the North American Monsoon, and it's very important to the Southwest. At least half of our rainfall comes during the North American monsoon. The pattern before the monsoon is basically a westerly flow, and most often this time of year it's a dry flow. Occasionally you'll get disturbances coming in off the Pacific or even from the southwest, giving us brief periods of thunderstorms like we've had recently, but no, nothing sustained. You need high pressure aloft with its clockwise flow drawing moisture up from the south and southeast. Unfortunately, this is mid-level moisture. That means your thunderstorms will form rather high up over a deep layer of dry air. The rain tries to fall through that dry air. Most of it evaporates. You end up with a lot of gusty winds, blowing dust, and dry lightning, which is unfortunate during our wildfire season. But sooner or later, you're going to get low-level moisture being drawn in from the warm bodies of water like the Caribbean, Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of California, tropical East Pacific, into the interior of Mexico. That's why it's often called the Mexican monsoon. It starts there first. Well, if you can get the thermal low over the Colorado River area, and finally the heating of the Colorado Plateau, that lowering of surface pressure will draw in that low-level moisture from the south and southwest and southeast. However you get it, that's what we need to deepen the moisture layer. And then you can get wetting rains, and we really need wetting rains, especially this year. Sometimes that upper high you see in the blue there is not in the ideal position. Ideally, it should be, let's say, over the southern plains, and the clockwise flow can give us a deep plume of tropical moisture from the south and southeast. Sometimes, though, it migrates over to the Four Corners area, and the moisture gets circulated around the long way and comes down at us from the north. Some of those storms, as we saw last June, can be very strong. But the bottom line is we need that moisture, and the monsoon itself is not a storm. It actually is a flow pattern that brings in the moisture and the instability that you need for our thunderstorms during the summer. So we're not giving you a 30% chance of monsoons in the afternoon. It's the thunderstorms during our monsoon. Now tomorrow, we're going to learn about a frequent hazard, sometimes with unfortunate results, the flash flood. Make sure you tune in tomorrow, and thank you for listening.